In this session, we are going to discuss on control flow statements in Java. The previous session, we have discussed what is operators and we worked on multiple number of examples in each operators. Let's see what is control flow statements in Java. Control flow statements has been divided into two types. One is conditional statements in Java, another one is looping statements in Java. Let's see what is conditional statements. Name itself tells you it is used for checking the conditions. To check the condition, we are going to use n number of statements. One is if statement, if else if statement, nested if, and then switch statement in Java. And next statements in Java are looping statements in Java. In looping statement, we are going to learn for loop, nested for loop, while loop, and do while loop. In this looping statement, we will be using our unary operators, which we worked a multiple number of examples in unary operators, right? So while we working on that, I told you we will be using this operators in the looping statement. Let's see what is if statement in Java. So let's see what is if statement in Java. So if statements comes under condition, conditional statement in Java. So let's see the syntax for if statement. If condition, and then here we have to write our code. So let's see how it's going to work. For example, if you take if condition, right? So whatever condition you are going to give, whenever I say condition, either you have to use the operators which are going to return you Boolean value. Like relational operators or logical operators, those sort of operator you can use for checking the condition. Okay, so let's see how it's going to work. If here you are going to write the code, let's see how it's going to work. Whatever condition you have written, right? If the condition is true, then it will enter and then it will execute the code. Okay, if the condition is false, if the condition is false, then it will not enter into the code, it will just come out of the if condition. Okay, if the condition is true, it will enter into the code and going to execute the Java code. If the condition is false, then it will not enter into the Java code, it just comes out of it. So let's see an example on this. So example, so let's take class age. Let's write public static void main in short form. Okay, let's take in age is equal to 18. So I want to print if the age is greater than 18, then we have to print the person is eligible to vote, otherwise not eligible to vote. So let's see if age is greater than or equal to 18. We have written the condition here. If that condition is true, then it's going to enter into the code. So let's write system dot out dot println eligible to vote. Okay, so in this case a condition is true, so that's going to enter into the if condition and going to print the output as here eligible to vote. Okay, whatever condition you are going to give it here, if that condition is true, then it's going to enter into the code. If the condition is false, then it will not enter into the code, it just comes out of it. Okay, so let's see an example on this. Okay, for an if condition, let's take the class as, let's take bank or ICICI Bank, okay. So let's give ICICI Bank. Okay, so let me take in pin is equal to 1234 and then let me take long account number is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. L should be there at last. Okay, I'm going to print pin and then account number. Now I want to check whether my pin and account number are correct. So what I'll be going to say is, if pin is equal to 1 2 3 4, at the same time your account number should be matched. So I can say AND operator, account number is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 0. Okay, if your pin number and account number is matched, or I can say if this condition is true, then it's going to enter into the code. Let me say system dot out dot println. I can say deposit the amount 3000. Okay, if the condition is false, then it will not enter into the Java code. So this is Java code and this is whatever we have written here is the condition. If the condition is true, it will enter. If condition is false, it will not enter into the if condition. Okay, let me save this. So let me save it as ICICI Bank.java. Open your command prompt. So change the partition to D and your folder name is Java Pro. CD Java Pro. Call your compiler to check the program javac ICICI Bank.java. Wow, it's showing you the error integer number is too large. The reason is why we have not declared L at last. Right? If you don't declare L at last, then it will throw you the error. Even while you are checking the condition also, if you are using float or long data type, you need to declare F or L according to the respective data type. Perfect, no error. Java ICICI Bank. Perfect. So it's printing our PIN as well as the account number first. And then condition is true. So it is printing me deposit the amount. For example, if I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again 5, let me give here. Let me save this program. If condition is false, right, in this case, then it will not print us deposit the amount 3000. Let's see what is the output. Java ICICI Bank. See, it's just printing the PIN number and account number. The condition is false, so that it is not printing as the system.out.println deposit the amount to 3000 is not printing in the output. So whatever condition you are going to write it, if the condition is true, it will enter into the code. If the condition is false, then it will not enter into the if condition. Okay, so this is how your if statement is going to work. The next statement what we are going to discuss is if-else statement in Java. Let's see how it's going to work. If else statement in Java. Let's see how it's going to work. Let's write the syntax for this. First, if we have to write condition. If the condition is satisfied, then it's going to enter into the if code and going to Java code is going to execute. If else, right, if the condition not satisfies, then it go for an else statement and going to execute this respective Java code. So let's see how it's going to work. So whatever condition you are going to give, whatever condition you are going to give, okay, if the condition is true, then it will enter the code, enter into the code. Whatever condition you are going to hear, if the condition is true, then it will enter into the Java code and going to execute. If the condition is false, okay, if your condition is false, then it's going for the condition else statement in Java and going to execute the respective code. Okay, if condition is true, enter into the Java code. If the condition is false, then it will go for an else part. Let's see an example on this. So let's take class so let me take public static void main. So let's take an example of int a is equal to 20, int b is equal to 30, and let's take another variable also, int c is equal to a. Okay, a in the sense c is going to carry 20. So let's write if a is greater than or equal to b, or a is equal to c. If this condition is true, then I can say system dot out dot println a value plus b value. Else, what I can say, system dot out dot println b. Okay, whatever condition you are given here, if the condition is true, then it will enter into the code. If the condition is false, it is going for an else statement going to execute this code. Okay,